Hello, Munchie Mafia. Today we are having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful day in Western Washington. Cold, but the sun's out, and we are making macaroni and cheese, otherwise known as mac. So I'm going to show you the way that we do it in restaurants for fast pickup. Usually we have everything prepped, but I was having a little bit of an issue with my hypoglycemia today, so I needed to go and grab myself some snacky things and sit down and wait it out, because I could just see me, you know, cut a finger off or something. Starting at the elbow. And some exciting news. Our beautiful main girl has reached her 50 subscribers that she needs for Mobile Live. Yay, congratulations. And let's see. Wow, these shallots are strong. I love shallots, but for some strange reason they don't love me today. Yesterday was just a really bad day. Usually I would have Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, but this week no, because my kitchen supervisor needed to have the holiday off so that she could spend it with her family, go and do church services and all that other stuff. And since we don't celebrate Easter, figured, okay, I'll swap to the tune of time and a half. I'm starting to hate Fridays. I didn't go live on the way home on Friday night because I was so pissed off, and you guys really didn't need to hear everything that I was about to say that was going to come flying out of my mouth at about 90 miles an hour. So now that I'm a little, my head's in a little bit better place. I went to do, oh my God, these things are strong. Went to do my inventory and went to finish out my weekly, so that I could go home, thinking that I'd be able to go home at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, hit Costco on the way home, and maybe even stop in at the chiropractor. But that wasn't going to happen. I didn't get out of there till about 7-ish or so. So it was a 13-hour day. What the hell is that noise? Ah, okay, the critters. The critters are making noise. So I'm going through all my inventory reports and stuff, my theoreticals and my analysis stuff, and I'm like, okay, I didn't see anything wrong initially, and then it was brought to my attention that we used up 99 pounds of eggs, and my boss is like, that doesn't sound right, nor does 5 extra cases of grape drink mix. I could explain that away because I got new people in my kitchen and they don't know better, and they kind of did me a little dirty as far as the eggs are concerned. I believe that, every once in a while, I'll find hard-boiled eggs on the floor in my walk-in. These things are all wrapped individually, but when they hit the floor, they're no longer sanitary. So what ultimately happened was that I thought he said that I was that my inventory was showing that I was 99 pounds off. But it turned out afterwards that I was only 27 pounds missing. So I'm sure that, some eggs are going missing. I work with criminals, so it's like, that's probably what happened, is they probably got in there, helped themselves to a shit ton of eggs, and, did me dirty that way. So as far as the grape drink mix. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, can't have that. Um, raw garlic is not good for dogs, so whenever you drop stuff on the floor, um, if it's not pet friendly, pick it up right away so that you don't have a sick dog. And anyway, so this is a lot of garlic. I like lots and lots of garlic. And I bought myself that pan. Remember a while back when I said I was over at Costco and they had this beautiful eight quart pan, uh, or eight and a half quart stock pot. Well, that's sitting on the back burner right there, just toiling away. I picked it up today. I decided that, you know what, I need a little bit of retail therapy after everything that I went through yesterday. I was so pissed off. And I wasn't pissed off at anybody but myself because it's like, that happened on my watch. That happened on my watch. So now I have to go through extreme measures to protect the inventory to prevent that from happening in the future. Okay, so we got a whole lot of garlic. We got a whole lot of shallots. I'm just gonna get my stuff prepped here real quick because I'm just kind of running behind. So chives. I love chives. I love onions in general. Onions are just so delicious. So let me get my little pan here for my herbs. And now we're just gonna. I mean, they don't have to be perfect. I mean, it's just me and Timmy. It's not like I'm feeding the whole neighborhood. Although I probably will end up feeding the whole neighborhood because I don't know how to make a small batch of anything. So move these out of the way. I also bought myself during my retail therapy. I bought myself a nice bottle of wine. It hails from Walla Walla, Washington, and I've never had it before. I've never seen it before, and thought, interesting. It's got a fig on it, and it's Figgins, Walla Walla Valley. It's Figlia is what it is, and that's Italian for daughter. And it's a Petit Verdot and um and a something blend and a Petit Verdot and a Merlot blend. I don't normally drink blends. When it comes to wines, I generally like to have Cabernet Sauvignon. And it just, so I thought, well, let's give it a whirl because Tiger and I were talking about wines the other day, and he says, it would be kind of nice if you would do some bougie stuff with some wine. So here's to you, Tiger. It has very strong berry. Very strong on the berries. I would almost say cherries and blackberries. Almost have a little bit of a tobacco finish on that. It's kind of interesting, actually. I think I've now found my favorite, one of my new favorites for the summer. This bottle I think was $39, so it's a mid-range priced wine. That would actually make a nice wine cocktail. Very, very sweet on the finish. Not very acidic. Yeah, I like that. But it got me with the label. It's got figs on it, and I love figs. Figs are like one of my favorite fruits. So yeah, that's nice. Biggins, Walla Walla Valley. That's down south and over on the east, kind of kitty corner from where Idaho and Oregon meet Washington. There's also a large prison there too. The area is starting to really blossom with wineries and vineyards. They seem to be taking over that area quite a lot. It's turning really into a destination spot for wine enthusiasts. And I probably didn't need all this parsley. I'm not actually going to use all this parsley, which probably means I will use all this parsley. But anyway, so I like to rough cut mine. I don't like to do anything really. I like my stuff to look rustic and kind of homey like. I don't like to refine my homemade stuff that much because in the end it's just me and Timmy, and I care about presentation, but at home it's not so important. I mean, I'm sure that you guys would probably like to see some chef style plating, but there's other things that we could be doing with our time. So get rid of that. And normally I like to just tear my basil because basil tends to bruise very easily. What I do suggest is if you do want to chop it all up and whatnot, is what you do is get yourself a nice ceramic knife. Tends to not bruise the leaves as easily. Okay, so I got all that stuff going. Now, the cheeses that I like to use are coastal white cheddar and Tillamook, and then there's this Dietz and Watson bacon and horseradish. It's pasteurized processed cheese, New York State cheddar cheese. Couldn't find the other one. That's gonna add to the more creamier element. Now, you're probably thinking, why didn't you just go and get a bunch of shredded cheese? The problem with getting shredded cheese is that you end up with whatever it is that they use for anti-caking in your sauce, and you end up with a grainy sauce. Nobody likes a mouthful of grainy stuff, and so there you have it. It's just not fun. So oh wow, I can actually pick that up and it's not hot. So that's been going a while. I like to use cavatappi and not the actual macaroni. They're cute little corkscrews. Just gonna dump that in. I don't remember if I put salt in there. So salt or water. Set the timer because I'm a little loopy today. 8 minutes. Let's see who's in the chat. We've got whoops, I accidentally closed the live chat. Okay, so here we are. Scroll up slowly. Where's my pen? I have my pen. Okay, so we've got Mason and Tiger and Harvey and Ashley, Captain Brian, Greg, and Timmy, of course, and Tomahawk Mark, and Mean Girl. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm not fond of elbows, Captain Brian. Just not fond of elbows. Oh, and we're gonna get some of this beautiful extra thick bacon. I went to Costco today. As you can tell, it's like Costco-sized package of bacon. Oh, And I got a little bit of an unboxing to do a little later. I'm sure y'all will be really excited about that. Okay, so yeah, that wine is lovely. All right, before I contaminate the board and have to go and get another board, I'm going to actually get my clean towel from over here. Oh, woo, woo, woo. And overnight, it seems, Cindy has outgrown her little cute little white little sweater. And yeah, she's grown. It's like she just grew overnight. It's so weird. I've never seen a puppy just grow out of a sweater in a matter of 5 days, you know. Okay, so this is coastal white cheddar. This is one of my favorite white cheddars. It has these little crystals in it that just make the flavors pop. And here's the funny thing about this cheese. Yeah, I can go to the regular grocery store, like Safeway or Fred Meyer or whatever the hell it is, and add cheese for like a little tiny chunk of it, about quarter the size of what I got at Costco today, is the same price. Oh, God, that's lovely. You want a piece? So I'm not going to use all of this cheese, which means I'll probably end up using all the cheese. This is great for charcuterie boards. So we're going to cut our cheese up into little chunks. I got this fancy schmancy thing. It's a cheese shredder. Kids got it for me for Christmas a few years ago. And I just love it. I don't know what brand it is. It was on my Amazon wish list. And it was something that I desperately needed because I don't have a KitchenAid stand mixer anymore. So Coastal, and I'll tell you where the cheese has come from. It is a rugged, mature English cheddar, West Country farmhouse cheddar, distributed by Costco. Anyway, so now we also have the Tillamook, which is from Tillamook, Oregon. If you're ever going down Highway 101, just take a little detour and go check out the Tillamook factory. But I believe that they're closed on Mondays. It's actually a really cool place. You can try out their ice creams. They've got jerkies and pepperoni sticks, all sorts of cheese. This is known as the Black Label Tillamook, which is the extra sharp yellow cheddar cheese. Now, if you have children that are like really picky about their macaroni and cheese, because you know they like the Kraft macaroni and cheese out of the box, that stuff is about as orange as a Cheeto. And they're gonna snub their noses up at it because you know it's not Kraft macaroni and cheese. You can add a little food color to try to get them to eat it, or you could just use turmeric, or you can get the Cheetos dust. I think they have that over in the popcorn aisle. Just sprinkle a little bit in theirs. So I like to have two different kinds of cheese at least. Sometimes when I'm going really crazy, I like to put a whole bunch of other cheeses in there. Gouda, Swiss, just about any cheese. Some of those discount grocery stores, like grocery outlet sometimes has some really nice cheeses at a discount, and you can buy like a whole bunch of different ones, um, and just mix and match it. There's no rule. Mm. Even though it's a processed cheese, it's still damn good. Um, oh, it's got a nice bacon flavor to it too. All right, so move my bottle. Okay, how's that? Do I need to move the cheese? There. Is that better? Okay, I'll just put that there. Okay, so, and of course, they never make these things for left-handed people. Um, which way do I turn it? Turn it that way. But they figure, oh, if you're a right-handed person, you're gonna want to put all the pressure on your left arm. Let your left arm suffer while cranking this out. This is actually a pretty cool cheese shredder. And anyway, so let's see here. What's everybody saying? Hey, TRP. Oh, okay. All right, so our pasta is beeping at us. So we're just going to check it out. We want it al dente. We don't want it too spongy. Let's see here. Oh, son of a bitch. Frick. That's al dente. Okay. Puppy, you got to move, honey. Mommy doesn't want to burn you. Go on. Chew. Chew. Go that way. Go to daddy. But daddy doesn't want me. Daddy wants you. So her major milestones this week is she's consistently able to jump up on the sofa now. And as I was getting a shower, she had gone and got up on the bed all by herself using the little doggy stairs. So that was really exciting. Our little girl's growing up. Pretty soon she's gonna be moving away and getting a navel piercing, and joining a rock band. My relatives owned a cheese factory where I was born. Oh, very cool. Where was I born? I don't know. Where were you born, Mark? Oh. Huh? Oh, Wisconsin. Okay. Well, I don't know. It's like that whole 10 plus 10 is 21. So Mark, are you a Packers fan? Are you a fan of the Green Bay Packers? That's the question of the day. I'm sure that this is probably about as exciting as watching paint dry. Oops. Why are you unlocking? Okay. No, don't lick my foot. Oops, I'm losing my cheese. Oh! Related to the Lambo family, honey. Very cool. Very cool. So that answers my question. We're a Green Bay Packers house. You and Timmy could share some pretty interesting stories. I've yet to be at Lambeau Field, um, but the kids, the kids, his kids, Timmy's kids, they they have relatives that were the first attorneys for the Green Bay Packers or some such. I don't know what the exact story is, but you know, we don't watch the stinking Seahawks in this household. Junior varsity NFL team, in our opinion. Okay, so this is an awful lot of cheese. Good thing that I'm lactose intolerant, huh? Boy, I'm gonna be shitting for a week. Or not shitting for a week, who knows? Alright, so now we're to the Tillamook. So again, if you want to use shredded cheese, you can, but be warned that you're gonna have a little bit of a sandy texture to it because that anti-caking stuff is no joke, man. Um, some of the cheeses I used in the restaurant, there was one brand. It was called Cheswick, and um, got it through Cisco, and that one wasn't half bad. Oh my god, why are you jammed up? Oh, you bastard! Make me take you apart. Come on, come out from there. So, um, one of the things that you can do with this is, um, you know, high school graduations are going to be just around the corner. And if you have high school age children that want to have a graduation party with their friends, um, macaroni and cheese bar is a great way to go because it's economical because macaroni is or pasta is cheap. Um, and you can actually make this stretch by making a bechamel, but in restaurants we don't generally do that. We just, uh, let the cream do its thing in a hot pan and then start slowly adding the cheese and then start tossing the pasta in there. So there's ways around making this for large quantities of people. And what you could do is you could go and get like martini glasses, like glass martini glasses, and um, using like an ice cream scoop, you can scoop in um, the macaroni and cheese into it, and then they just take their little stemmed glass. You can call it martini mac or something cute, or even a wine glass if you wanted, and then they just go around to the macaroni and cheese bar and put all their toppings on there, like pulled chicken, pulled pork. You could decorate up the pulled chicken by doing chicken tinga, which is with spices and stuff like that, or carnitas, or pulled pork in general, bacon. You could have chili, um, some taco meat. Let's see here. What else could you do? You could do all sorts of things, um, or you could do cheeseburger ones, like little sliders, and you make cheeseburger sliders with Hawaiian rolls, and you take a small scoop and you scoop the macaroni right onto the burger slider, and then you deck it out with your caramelized onions and pickles and a little bit of fry sauce, maybe even if you wanted to. You could do it Primonti style by making some little shoestring fried potato to top it off with a whole bunch of seasonings in it as well. You can do all sorts of things with macaroni and cheese. Okay, so let me get this out of the way. Less is more, right? So I have to work tomorrow. Um, okay, so now that I've thoroughly made a mess all over my table, um, garbage bowl's over here now. Okay, so now I'm going to take the bacon. I like to when I cook stuff, I like to make enough for several days, just for the simple sake that I actually work a lot. I'm not home a lot. I get home and it's like y'all be saying stuff on Discord or something, and I just can't follow along because there's like literally hundreds of freaking messages, hundreds of messages. I'm like, wow. Can somebody explain this to me or give me the Cliff Notes version? Sometimes it's just easier to just be a little ignorant. However, okay, so now that I've taken care of all the other things, I can now go through and, cut up my bacon. It doesn't have to be perfect. One of the other things you could do is go down to your local butcher and buy your bacon not sliced and cut nice big lardons, just like nice big chunks of stuff. Okay, so we're going to start with that. We're going to start with the bacon. First, I'm going to take the gloves off. My hands look like absolute garbage. I don't know if you can see that, but my hands look like garbage. Just been beating a shit lately at work. So now we're going to just take our bacon and throw it in the pan. I'm going to turn the oven on, or the stove on. Now, I don't bake mine that often. I mean, I can, but I just don't the majority of the time. All right, so I'm going to make sure that these things get put in the refrigerator this time around. All right. Oh, might as well take that with me. Oh, and there's also cream cheese that goes in it. Was in a hurry and just I had to clean out the refrigerator a little bit to get all the new stuff in there, and had to consolidate some muffin containers, and they fell out of my little garbage can. All right, let's try that again. Stay right there. Okay. So now, just gonna move this around a little bit. So here's our pasta. It's just sitting there waiting. While we're waiting for that to heat up, come over and say hi to everybody. So my budget was just totally messed up. It pissed me off. I was so mad, so angry that I was rage screaming all the way home. Literally rage screaming. And it's like listening to really angry music and just screaming. So I'm calmed down now, and I have to go back to work tomorrow. I'm probably going to be very cranky tomorrow too. But I'll do a live drive in the morning. Hopefully the weather will be nice in the morning so you can actually see the lake. So I was at Costco today, and they had a couple of new. They had a GoPro and some other camera. I don't remember the name of it, but it's this little dinky little thing, and it actually looks kind of like a DJI Osmo, but it's not. So I'm thinking about possibly getting one of those the next time I go down there, but they're so damn expensive. I really want the DJI really bad. They're just expensive as hell because I want to be able to go out and do some adventures, go and show you our lovely little historic town and the cemeteries take you out to a couple of the other historic cemeteries that are in the surrounding areas. There's one just not far from where I work, and it's the SARS um, cemetery, which coincidentally is like in the parking lot of a grocery store. Um, but that one's a really cool one. There's actually kind of a sad story involving that. Huh? Quit eating it. I can't help it. I got cheese. I've got a beautiful wine. Can't help it. I know. What is this? Polar bear? What's going on? Oh, okay. Um. Anyway, and then maybe take my ghost radio out and go visit my dad and see if we can get him to cough up his secret recipe to lumpia, which is a Filipino delicacy. It's like an egg roll. I just every time I make them, they end up fat like an egg roll. I guess size does matter, at least in lumpia. So yes, yes, I'm in heaven. This wine is really good. So Figgins, Figlia, 2021, and it says on the back of the bottle, Figlia, daughter, translated from Italian. I have been blessed with two precious daughters, Regan and Scarlet, to whom this wine is dedicated. They are represented in your glass by the two lovely varieties, Petit Verdot and Merlot. Blended together, they bring the grace and the joy to this wine. Chris Figgins, winemaker. Figgins Family Wine Estates. And it's worth every penny. I'm telling you, it's worth every penny. And I'm a wine snob. Worth every penny. I would probably even pay $50 for that bottle. So it's priced well. Um, so now we're gonna come back over here, and who remembers what the little brown bits are at the bottom of the pan? Anybody remember what those are called? Let's see. And Tiger, no. Yes, Tiger. Walla Walla is the it place. It's becoming the it place for winemaking. All right, let's move our stuff over here. Pond, yeah, too late. Yeah, LOL. So this is a thick applewood bacon from Costco. Big fan of Costco. With the way, I mean, I had to go to the grocery store to pick up some other little things, and it was like 2 bags of groceries, $76. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me right now. Didn't buy anything really extravagant. So as you can see here, I'll move this out of the way. We got some nice little brown bits. So what do we want to deglaze the pan with today? Do we want to deglaze it with let's see here, what do I have? I've got sherry. No, that's another thing I forgot to pick up. With some marsala. I've got cognac and I've got Woodinville bourbon. Which one should we deglaze the pan with? I have no beer, so no beer. Yeah, except for that I have to work tomorrow, so I'm actually not going to torment him by making this and then sticking it in the fridge and eating it tomorrow. We're actually going to have this with our our cold Kentucky Fried Chicken leftovers. So I had a horrible craving for fried chicken, and it's not something that I could have done when I got home because you know Fridays are really super hard because I have to be at work at 6 o'clock in the morning, which means leaving the house about no later than 5. So put that on a sticker. Size does matter, yes, but size only matters when it's lumpia. Like, but anyway, cognac. Okay, Tiger, cognac. Cognac it is. We're gonna go with cognac. Now, I don't personally drink Hennessy. I don't like Hennessy. I'm a cognac snob. So, but I will cook with Hennessy. So this one's gonna get Hennessy. So we're gonna wait for this to do its thing. We're gonna actually. Oh, baby, you gotta move out of the way, honey. Oh, I already brought it over here. What am I thinking? This is a stick of butter. I'll throw a stick of butter in there. Help it on its merry way. And then we are going to then move that around. Usually I cut this up in little chunks, but yeah, little. And in case nobody has watched it yet, Viper made a stunning etouffee and did a video. It's on his YouTube. Gotta go check it out. It was freaking amazing looking. This is how I actually start my etouffee when I do it. It's like I'll fry up a whole bunch of bacon because I like to, because Viper used oil and butter. I like to use bacon fat and butter. Everybody's got their own little trick. There's no wrong way. Well, there is a wrong way. You're looking to make profiteroles. All that needed to happen was just drop a bunch of eggs into that madness. You could have had etouffee profiteroles, cream puffs. So, huh? You need a paper towel? Yeah, I could get a paper towel. Oh dear. Okay. So, what the hell? I'm not even gonna ask. Okay, so now we got this going, and we really want those mealy bits to really develop. So now we're gonna put the garlic in there. I should have put the shallots in first and waited for a little bit. But okay, so it's opposite day today. All right, so and while we're doing this, let's do some shout outs. The main girl has reached her 50, as I said earlier. Captain Brian has reached his 50 as well. And he's putting out some really amazing content. So you're going to have to go check out his channel as well and go show him some love. All right. So I'm not actually going to put roux in this. And I'm just wanting to get this all nice and sauteed. We're just gonna let it dance around in the pan for a little bit and get jiggy with each other. And then once we get a little bit more of that fond down there, then we're going to hit it with some Hennessy. Oh, let's put a smidge of nutmeg. Nutmeg is like my jam. Just a little smidge, just little bit, little tiny bit, just so that you get that nice warm scent to it. And believe it or not, I actually do not put Old Bay in mine. Just a little smidge of nutmeg and just some salt and pepper, and that's it. And then all those herbs that not all the herbs, but a good portion of those herbs, because I like a lot of color in mine. Yes, cognac. cognac. Hennessy is a cooking cognac. I don't care what anybody says. Don't judge me. I will die on that hill. Um, so yes, Viper, talking about size. The wine is making me happy. All right, so see how we got that nice, beautiful fond at the bottom of the pan? And that nice, beautiful shallot is cut in a brunoise while the garlic is in a nice, just a rough chop. All right, so we got some beautiful color on our bacon. We're just going to let it go for just a little bit longer. Just a little smidge longer. And then the rest of this goes really quickly. So we're going to give it some salt, but we don't want to add too much salt to it because our bacon could be very salty. I hit it with some pepper. So I want those flavors to really start to develop. All right. Let's just get nice and happy. Those bits. Just, oh, the smell of this is just amazing. Okay, so now we got that going. Now we're going to give it a pretty healthy dose. We want this thing to get jiggy. So now we're going to help to release those mealy brown bits at the bottom of the pan because that's where the money is. That's where the flavor is because it's all caramelization that's been stuck to the bottom of the pan. And that's where the money is. See, now we don't have, now the mealy bits are all floating around in that. See that? We're just going to let this sit and do its thing for a little bit. We're going to take it to what now? What is it when you've burned off much of the liquid? What's that called? Does anybody remember that term, that culinary term? Sec is correct. Reduction also works too. So you're both right. You both get a gold star. Okay. Easter is so around the corner that it's peeking out and saying, hello there. Crap in the bottom. It's not crap. That's money. It's money. Okay, so now we got that going. See, look at that. We're looking to just burn off that alcohol a little bit more. It's got a really nice, almost sweet to it. And that's from the cognac. All right. And heavy cream, we want to shake it up because there's always that big chunk of stuff at the very, very top. Okay, so now here we go. Even the garlic and shallots are got a beautiful golden brown, delicious color. And we're starting to actually see that fat and our goodie turning a little bit of a darker color. See, if we were making a roux, this would be about the time that you'd be dropping in the flour, right about here. But we're not doing roux. We're just going to do heavy cream. And that's about a quart. So now we're just going to let this do its thing right here. Wooden spoons are great for that, but one of the things that I do have in my toolbox is a special whisk. It's known as a roux whisk, made specifically to stir your roux. And I'll also call it a roux spoon as well. All right, stick that up there. $10:30 call. All right, Tiger. Have a good one. See you later. All right. So one of the things that we don't want to do is we don't want to break our cream. So we're just going to let it do its thing, get happy and bubbly. It'll just be a few minutes because we added it at room temperature, not from cold, but room temperature. So I let it sit out for a little bit. So now we got bubbles happening. Huh? Oh, sorry. All right. Is that better? Okay. All right. So we don't want to stir it too vigorously. We want to be able to let the molecules do its thing and start binding to one another and creating that magic. We're going to look and see how our pasta is doing. And actually fluff it a little bit so it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. The other thing that you can do is you could also add a little bit of your pasta water, save out some of your pasta water and add it to this. If you're having problems getting it to thicken up. So this is what we're doing right now is reducing. We're going to reduce the cream a little bit. What are you doing, you goofy dog? What are you doing? Hi, baby. She's just being so cute. She likes to hang out in the kitchen with mommy. Yes, it's late. I'm sorry, guys. I was just having some problems. Okay, so you see the bubbles. It's working its magic. It smells beautiful. It's getting a little bit of a film over here in the corners. Just kind of move everything from the corners back toward the center of the pan. Okay, so now that we've got that going pretty rapid, so we're going to actually reduce the temperature down, and now we're going to start adding our cheese. There we go. We'll just start with that. That's half of that 9-inch cake pan. Now we're just going to stir. And one of the bad things about electric stoves is that you cannot play with the temperatures unless you pull it off the stove like that. Put it back on the stove. Take it off the stove. Put it back. And that's a really annoying noise. Listening to it scrape across the coil there. All right. And now we have our cheese sauce. See how nice and thick and beautiful that is? We're just going to let it get happy a little bit longer. See that? It's just gorgeous. But we want to make sure that it's thoroughly mixed up. And then we're going to add our cream cheese. Where it is my cream cheese? There's my cream cheese. Found it. You know, if you don't want to use cream cheese, you don't have to. I like to because it helps to keep it from going all goofy. When you've got the rest of it all sitting in the refrigerator. I like to have that extra creamy element without having to actually use American cheese. Even though that bacon and horseradish one is a processed cheese, it's not like, American cheese where it's just soft and gummy and gross. Um, so as you can see, it's not the same color as Kraft macaroni and cheese. But let's see if I have some up here. Yeah, uh, like this, for example. It's right there. It's popcorn seasoning, and it's that day glow orange color. You can just, sprinkle a bunch into your kids's, and say, "Oh, yeah, it's it's macaroni and cheese," and they won't even notice a difference. You're having a cheese breakdown? Please help. Need cheese now. Well, I wish I could share it with you. There's probably enough here to feed all 11 of us or 12 of us. I don't know who's lurking, but you know, one of these days maybe we should go get a cabin somewhere, a rental cabin somewhere, or just meet up at a campground, just do a campground takeover and spend a whole weekend cooking outdoors. I think that would be fun. Whoever wanted to participate in that, we could do that. Go someplace like Wyoming or something, somewhere kind of somewhat central, or figure out where everybody is and then try to draw a line and find a halfway point. Unless you're in Alaska or Hawaii, then we don't know what to tell you. So yeah, I've got a lot of other different cheeses in my fridge too, and it's just nuts how much cheese I've got, which is funny because I'm lactose intolerant. All right, so I bought a bunch of crackers. Just want to taste my sauce and make sure that it tastes good. And this is another thing that you can use this for is a cheese sauce for, fondue. And because it doesn't have all the flour in it from a roux, um, it will stay nice and melty as long as you keep the temperature a constant. So let's see, look at that, check that out. Is that beautiful or what? Now it does need a little bit more salt. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? I think I'm just gonna take this pot. I'm just gonna go and sit in the corner, grab my bottle of wine and my tablet, and shut down the live and just go sit in a corner with a whole box of Ritz everything crackers, and then just periodically snap a picture of me eating this in the corner with some nice music. Oh my god. This is really delicious, guys. All right. So, oops, there's a little chunk of cream cheese. All right. Sorry, I've got a mouthful. Get your mind out of the gutter, Harvey. Mm. Oh my god. Oh, perfect wine. Normally you would not pair this with a red wine, but this needs to be with the red wine. Um, oh, I'm not a white wine fan. All right, so now we're gonna just scooch this pot over. Try to find a ladle. Found one. Oh my god. And it's always the potato masher. Okay. So now, look at that. Now, if you wanted to bake it, you could, bake it at 350 degrees. And then just top it with your cheese and let it do its thing. Wait till the top is nice and golden brown and delicious. 350 degrees, uncovered. Okay, so there we have that. Now we're going to just tossy. And you can also put like panko breadcrumbs on top with some herbs. Oh, herbs. Beans, herbs. Touche. And you too. Right in there with you. Gotta have that. Okay. Tossy. Now, if you've got picky kids, you probably don't want to put the herbs in there. Just give them the sprinkle of the popcorn cheese, or blend up some Cheetos. Throw some Cheeto dust in theirs. All right. All right, it's down to the point where I could just dump the rest of it in there. All right. And there we have it. And that's how you make donuts. I know. That was cheesy. See what I did there? Cheesy. Sorry. Timmy's groaning. He's like, oh, God. You're overplaying the donut thing. Okay, so oh, the smell of this is just freaking amazing. Oh, yummers. All right, so let's set that aside. I'm just going to bring all my other shit over here. Put this over there, I think. Can I put that there? Is that okay? Can I put that there? Timmy, can I put this here? Or is it in the way? All right. Oh, dog. There's a little dog. Okay, so now I'm going to get a plate or a bowl. We want a bowl. We want my pretty bowl. Okay. So now we bring this over here. And now we're going to bring this over here. And we have a little bit better lighting over here. So what the hell?
What you deserve for that.
For what comment? The cheesy one? Oh, you're going to, okay. Got to admit, that was pretty funny though. Okay. And there we have it. Very rustic looking macaroni and cheese with cavatappi and some bougie cheese. Now you could just sprinkle just a little bit more on top if you wanted, like that. And what? Oh, do not unplug everything. You. Okay, where's my torch? Because we all know how much I love to freaking burn things to the ground. Scoot that over there. And by the way, don't leave your macaroni and cheese lying about if you have cats that like to get into everything. So just give your cheese a nice torch on the top. There we go. And that's how we make macaroni and cheese. Yes, we fancy. Hello, Derek. And don't forget to also go and visit Derek of the Food Boat. He's still working um, on the renovations, but I think he actually got the door up. Didn't you just get the door up, Derek? And that's what we got, looking all nice and pretty. Didn't hit it too hard with the torch. So, how's that look? You like that? Oh, you didn't switch the camera over. There we go. And we got nice, beautiful macaroni and cheese. Yes. So, there we go. And so I've got Monday and I've got Wednesday off. I definitely need to get to the chiropractor on Monday. So I don't know what I have planned. So maybe it'll be something fun or funner. I don't know. Oh, gosh, I forgot. Somebody was asking me for something. I don't remember what it was. It was chicken enchilada casserole. I think I'm gonna actually save that for next, or for the next weekend, because not entirely sure I'm going to be feeling up to doing much, because like I said, my schedule's all sorts of screwed up right now. So for this weekend. So, oh, Dad Dude comes on Tuesday now. Cool. That's awesome. That's so awesome. So, can you do a cooking show to do homemade hummus with olive oil above it? Didn't I make hummus? No, I don't think I did. I haven't made hummus. Yes, I actually make some really beautiful hummuses, um, with all sorts of different flavors. One of my favorite ones is probably with the harissa. Um, so it has a really bright color to it. I'll have to see if I can get down to the Euro grocer to get the harissa, because the stuff that they have at the stores around here is just this stuff that looks like it's in a toothpaste tube. And that stuff's gross. It just doesn't taste like real harissa. So let me see what I could do about that. Maybe some deep fried pita chips, and maybe do a nice charcuterie board with that, with some various different types of olives and some tapenades. Maybe we'll do a pate. Huh? A what?
Toast points.
Toast points. Now, you need a spanking for that comment, for the toast points, mister. So, anyway, let's see. Rather not answer that question about the cow. Uh-oh. Um, but yes, I love hummus. Hummus is great. Yeah, I had chocolate hummus once, and I just wasn't. I was on the fence on that one. I just couldn't understand. I mean, I guess you could make like you could do deep fried pita chips and then toss them in cinnamon toast crunch seasoning, which is basically sugar and cinnamon and maybe a little bit of nutmeg, and and then dip it up like that. That would be actually kind of cool. Maybe with some with a little smear of Nutella. Oh, that might be really weird. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, guys, it is 8 o'clock my time, which is 11 o'clock Eastern. So we should be probably headed out the door for this one for the night. And hope you all have a wonderful Easter. And don't forget to cook with love and eat with passion. Love you all and thanks for the support. Good night, everybody.